Cup.
It's a race that's been a big part of our family history.
Paris Lane broke away. Doremus coming at Count Chivers. Clever high has won the Caulfield Cup.
It's felt a little bit out of reach having to try and get these imports into the stable, but this year it feels like we might have the one. Probably heard about Without a Fight in the summer last year. You're always keeping an eye on those horses overseas to see what sort of horses might be coming out here for the spring. I'd be lying if I wasn't pushing hard to try and get him as well and speaking to the right people. He had genuine excuses in the Melbourne Cup last year. The track was pretty heavy, which he doesn't handle. With a bit of time on his side, we knew eventually he was going to work. Obviously elated to get a horse of that sort of quality.
Running home well is Without a Fight here. Lawrence is in front, but closing it is Without a Fight.
First up in the Queensland Carnival, we rode him very quietly just to work home, and he obviously won.
Without a Fight clear, 2 lengths in front near the line.
It was a good win, the Q22. And then Mark Zara came in and said probably haven't had a horse pull that hard and finish as well as he did. So we still had a few things to iron out, which we've done over the time between Queensland and the Victorian Spring Carnival, and we're hopeful of seeing that come to fruition because he needs to improve. We're hopeful that he has.
That was a great win because he pulled hard most of the way. It took me a while to try and get him, and I think I had to go for another hold there in the 1200. Yeah, that was an extraordinary win.
Pleased that Mark's keeping the ride on him. He's gelled with him so well. He's got great hands, which I think is really important for this horse. He needs to just settle and get into a rhythm, and don't think there's a better jockey going around that can get a horse to relax and finish off.
Without a Fight a long way back.
The Underwood probably showed us that he's looking for that bit further now. Given we decided not to go to the Turnbull, it probably leaves us open to running in the Melbourne Cup afterwards. So it hasn't been a difficult decision, and the first up run really made it quite easy. He is quirky. He's a bit territorial in his box.
He's a little different. For example, he's petrified of shampoo. A truck going past doesn't care. A leaf flying past shits himself, really petrified of that. Robbie rides him every day, and he's just a happy horse at the moment.
Come on, around we go, come on. He's coming along quite nice. He's looking good in the coat now, and his action's good, which is important, heading in the right direction. I'm quite sure he could be very hard to beat in the Caulfield Cup. I'd be disappointed if he didn't run well. I think he'll go good. Righto, mate, we'll trot back, eh? Providing there's no rain or anything around and he gets on top of the ground, he'll be right there.
The time and effort that goes into putting a horse like this into a race like that, and if he comes out and goes well, it's all worth it.
Very confident. Yeah, the horse will run a very good race. Very difficult, obviously, to know how the competition are lining up, how they're going. We're up in the weights a little bit, but he's got that weight for a reason, and he'll be right there at the finish.
He's untapped. We're not actually sure what level he can reach. He could be anything, so we'll have to wait and see.